author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert Ferguson!
Woo! This is Roberto Lorenzo Ferguson, aka Robert Ferguson. I am a nutritionist. I'm a guy who cares, and that's why I share. Man, I'm going to share something with you today. Is going to be mind-blowing, and it's actually something that many of my clients have been wanting me to do for a long time. They've been wanting me to put together a short presentation, so I'm going to keep it to no more than 20 minutes. Okay, no more than 20 minutes. And this is for people who have met someone who has experienced the diet-free life methodology, and they have told you how great it is and how it's helped them not only lose weight, but learn and become more informed about nutrition, get off medications, all of these wonderful things they've shared with you. And for some reason, you're like, well, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Well, if it's that good and you have questions. So I'm going to share with you information on why anyone, and I don't mean this to come across insulting, but why anyone in their right mind, meaning they're informed, meaning that they have intelligence, which most of us do. Intelligence literally means the ability to learn. And the only reason why most people wouldn't be embracing the diet-free life methodology is because they're unaware, aka ignorant. That doesn't mean you're stupid. Ignorance literally means you're just unaware. And so my goal in a short period of time is to share with you information to help you become aware. Okay? Aware. Now, first things first, if you are new to me or the information I am sharing, I want to encourage you to go to our YouTube channel, click and subscribe so that whenever we upload information, you will at least be notified, and at your convenience, you can listen or watch when it works for you. Okay? And if you don't have interest in what we upload, at least you're aware of it, and then you can choose to go, I'll get back to that later. Okay? So my goal is we have about 17 minutes to dive in and bring clarity to why, no matter who you are, you would want to become knowledgeable of the diet-free life methodology. Now, let me also say that as I dive into this and share with you a quick presentation, everything that I'm sharing is evidence-based and clinically proven. Now, evidence-based is a big deal. If you're a doctor, if you're a nurse, if you are someone who understands what that means, your level of appreciation is going to be uplifted big time. If you are not aware of that, if it doesn't get your attention, evidence-based and clinically proven, then my goal is to help you better understand that. So if you have questions and you're catching it live, please don't hesitate to ask questions. I have no problem answering your questions. Now, when you're evidence-based and clinically proven, that means you're validated, verified, and everything that we do is reproducible. So whether you learn the methodology from me or you work with one of our certified coaches, you can expect the same thing because we have a methodology, a system in place that teaches people step by step on how to get the outcomes I'm about to share with you. Okay? Now, if you know anyone who's a type 2 diabetic, share this with them. If you know anyone who's on high blood pressure medication, share this with them. If you know anyone who has insulin resistance or they think they have insulin resistance, share this with them. If there's anyone who has gout or experienced kidney stones, or they just want to feel better and get rid of some excess body fat, but maybe losing weight is really tough right now, share this with them. Even if you have no interest in doing it, don't block other people's opportunity to get the outcomes that I'm about to share. Okay? So now that I have your attention, let's dive in. Okay. Number one, I'm just going to share with you a year in review. So we had 400 people that I work with in 2022 that I personally coach. And again, this is not just based on me. Okay? These are my clients. However, I can show the same outcomes with our other coaches. Now, if someone is new to this and you don't want to be coached, do our 8-week fat loss challenge. If any of you caught my last seminar and you want the detox drop, take advantage. The program is available now. You can save some money, and that will educate you as well as put you on the right path to improving overall health. Our detox drop, it's a 7-day program. Check it out. And if you like helping people and you're ready to like really step up and not just be a talker and a thinker and I don't know what else you would call it, we need more coaches and we have some things happening. So step up. Don't be a talker. Come on board. We would love to have you. Okay. Now I'm going to go full screen so that you can see this in a big way. Okay. Just so you know, the foundation is we had 400 people come in, 37 of my clients inside of this year. And it actually went from 12 to 18 months. They were diabetic, full-blown type 2 diabetic. The highest hemoglobin A1C we had was over 16, which is really high. We had 141 people on metformin. They didn't like being on metformin. Blood pressure medication, 138. And we had 26 people taking statins for their cholesterol. Now, once you are informed or diagnosed with these challenges and you're prescribed statins, blood pressure medication, metformin, and other diabetic drugs, most people are told that they're going to be on it for the rest of their lives, even though they hate the side effects. Now, I'm going to share with you what we did, okay? 100% of the people that I work with, which is 400 people in my private practice, my clients, okay, and this extends to all of our other coaches because we're all teaching the same thing. 100%. It's very important that we like cue in on that. Of the people that we work with, improved metabolic markers that included their hemoglobin A1C. If you know what that means and you want to make that better, we are proven to help make that better. Improve their body mass index as well as body fat percentage, meaning you're going to lose weight if you work with us. Blood pressure was improved, triglycerides improved, and cholesterol was improved. Now let's dive even deeper. Watch this. 92% of the people who are type 2 diabetic, 92% of the people who are type 2 diabetic, 92% of the people who are type 2 diabetic. I need you to hear me on this because if you have 92% of people who are type 2 diabetic, that means if 10 people walked into the barbershop and those 10 people have type 2 diabetes, we know that with our methodology, 9 of those 10 people will no longer be type 2 diabetic. Please take a moment and just hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. There are people who are pre-diabetic and diabetic hearing me right now. You are type 2 diabetic. And I'm telling you, we know scientifically by experiencing the Diet for Life methodology, inside of 12 to 18 months, you will no longer be type 2 diabetic. You don't have to give up carbs. You don't have to overhaul your lifestyle as far as nutrition. We meet you where you are. You do not have to have a sentence and live with type 2 diabetes. We have proven it on big levels. I'm sharing with you inside of my own office, my own clients, and then I'm going to show you what we did with Aetna Insurance and what we did with Highmark Insurance, 2 big insurance companies with third parties involved. We demonstrated the same thing. So if you have a mom, if you have a dad, if you have a cousin who are living with type 2 diabetes and you decide, not really interested, I don't know what the hell you need to hear, you're just going to let them live the rest of their life battling with something that could be reversed. I don't understand how people think. From a psychological standpoint, I will never get that. If you are a type 2 diabetic, you're confirmed type 2 diabetic, 92%, and I'm going to move on, but 92% of our clientele, people who work with us, whether it's me or one of our other coaches, they're no longer type 2 diabetic. Okay. I said, I don't even know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. It blows my mind that people are willing to be amputated and to eventually go on dialysis and lose kidneys. I don't know what you're waiting on. I don't get it. And a lot of it is ignorance because they don't know that we can actually help them. This is not saying, hey, buy this supplement. This is not some bullshit. This is real. Okay, we're evidence-based, clinically proven. Okay, next one. If you're taking metformin, now there's some crazy doctors out there that actually prescribe metformin for all their people, and I've met some of them, which is mind-blowing to me. They should lose their license. They should lose, hear my words, they should lose their license. We get people off metformin. We get people off metformin. So 87% of my clients, and many of them are listening to this live right now, they were on metformin and they're not. Many of the people who are listening right now, my clients are my Facebook friends, LinkedIn friends. They're not diabetic anymore. Now, they may have gone from being full-blown diabetic to a pre-diabetic, and eventually they'll be fully reversed. And then we have quite a few that are no longer. They're off all medications. Their endocrinologists send me emails and notes, and they're like, wow, Robert, this is amazing. And I get so many referrals from endocrinologists because they see it with their patients who's my patient. Help us, Lord, please. If you want to get off metformin, we can help you. 80% of the people who were taking blood pressure medication, okay, that was 138 people that I worked with in 2022. They are no longer taking blood pressure medication. Now, hear me on this, you guys. If you're taking blood pressure medication, what's the concern with that? Well, the meds, most of the meds are causing some major problems with your organs. Eventually, it's going to put you in a place where things are not reversible, and you're going to have a whole bunch of other problems. And if you live long enough, which I'm sure you hope to live long enough, you will most likely be on dialysis. If you think right now learning how to eat is a headache or is a challenge, wait till you find yourself in going to a dialysis center 3 days a week for a minimum of 3 hours each time. And then they increase that. And then depending on the state you live in, they're going to put a machine in your house because you're going to have to get dialysis daily. Here are my words. I've been at this since 1995 and I see it all the time. I meet people that aren't diabetic. They pass up on the opportunity to work with us. I meet them again, a few years goes by. They go, Robert, I'm diabetic now. Then I get people. I've had a lady recently who I actually helped, quite a few of them, bring all their numbers down. And then because of family and whatever, and some of them are hearing this and they'll catch the replay. They decide, I don't want to be coached, whatever their little problem is. And they're still dealing with the shit. And watch how their time comes to an end. And unfortunately, many of these people do have God in their life, and that's what they're counting on. So they'll just pray, go through the pain, have to take all those meds and go through all of that shit they're going to have to go through. And they got God. Okay, God bless you. And I'm glad you have, but you could have avoided all of that. That's the sad part. It's absolutely horrific, you guys. I'm just being very real, very clear. This is ridiculous. Okay. 100% of our clients that started this program completed the program. Now, I've had clients who get in their own way, and many of them will catch this if they actually care. Some of them will actually unfriend me because they don't want to look at the truth. It's kind of like when you want to lose weight and you don't really like how your body looks and you get out of the shower, you don't look in the mirror. Well, that's the same thing that happens when I'm sharing a truth. There are some people who keep procrastinating and they keep putting off what they know would benefit them. And unfortunately, it's going to show up. It shows up later. You cannot outrun this. You cannot outrun it. And as you guys are maturing and getting older, you're going to have to deal with it in one way or another. You're going to have to deal with it. That's the part that just blows my mind. You're going to deal with it. Now, whether I'm going to be aware of it or not, you know that we could have helped you. Some of you are just in denial, man. You're just, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you, but you got a whole bunch of other stuff going on, and it's blocking you from doing the right thing for you, not for me. You're not paying my mortgage. I have programs where people pay as little as $50 a month, and I have programs where people are paying over $1,000 a month. I make it possible for people to be successful. So it ain't on me. God knows where my heart is. I'm doing my work. Okay. Now, statins. We're almost done. I actually got this done. Statins. If you're taking statins, many people can't handle the statins because of all of the challenges and the pain and discomfort that comes with statins. 58% of our clients who are taking statins are no longer taking statins. They were told they would be taking statins for the rest of their life, you guys. So that means almost 60%, right? So 6 out of 10 people, if they're standing up, and we got 10 people all taking statins. And when I say taking statins, we're talking about improving their cholesterol levels as we get them off statins, eating real food, still being able to have an In-N-Out or they eat pizza and to eat. And it comes down. Here's the saddest part of all of this. It comes down to, one, you becoming informed with truths, right? That's where science settles, with truths. There's a lot of people, like I have friends who are doctors, and I watch them battle with their weight and challenge, and they don't even have the humility to ask for help. They just kind of pick up things here and there, and constantly when I've been around them, I correct them and help them realize how wrong they are. And they take that, and many of them are smart enough to go, oh, okay, but they still don't ask for help. They skirt around the real opportunity because of a lack of humility. Man, and there's some biblical stuff I can share for those of you who believe, because it's prophesized. People will get in their own way, and they will allow themselves to be compromised. And when it's not just their own health, then they end up with dementia or Alzheimer's, and now they put it on the whole family because they chose to not become informed when it came to nutrition. Now, that's some real stuff right there. Okay, I got less than 3 minutes left. Any questions for me? Anybody catching me live? You know, I can't see a person, but someone made a comment. They said, hey, I love to refer my uncle to you. Hope he will listen. Well, I would love that he would listen also, but most of them won't. That's why I'm doing this video. So this video, if they're not on Facebook, if you're catching me on LinkedIn, you can tag them. But this video will be available on YouTube. All you have to do is go to the YouTube, capture the YouTube video, link it, and share it. Okay. Now I have to share one more part because right now people are saying, well, everything works because it's with you directly, Robert. And this came up with as we were talking to one of the big insurance companies in the last week. Also, let me just share the last point there is that over 40% of the people who get results with us after 5 years continue to have those results. The industry, less than 10%. So that means that the majority of people who lose weight will gain it back within 5 years. We're way higher than everybody else. And the last one I want to share with you. Okay, these are 2 clinical studies we did. One was with Aetna Insurance. Look at it. Look at it. That was 2015. Millions of dollars went into this. We work with 1,000 Medicaid members. We work with the parents and the guardians. We work with a total of 4,000 people. We had 81% retention. Weight loss was not the goal. Our goal was to demonstrate retention, meaning when someone started doing Diet for Life, the methodology, they stayed with it. And then we did another one in 2020 during the pandemic. I flew back and forth to Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We had 93% retention, and 100% of those people lost weight, and 100% of them improved their metabolic health. Every person who participated was healthier. We had third-party people involved taking their blood work, so it's not biased. You could say it's biased. People come to and work directly with me. You can't. The same outcomes that we got with the bigger populations, we got inside of my clinic. That's because it's reproducible. Get off meds, be healthier, live your best life. You're either crazy if you don't see the value in what we're saying, or I did a horrible job explaining it. And if I did a horrible job explaining it and you also saw the outcomes of the numbers, let's get on the phone anyway so that you can get clarity, and then it will make even that much more sense. Anyone you guys know that's living in a struggle with insulin resistance, medications, being challenged, can't lose weight, stop what you're doing. We have a solution. We have a solution, and we would love to help you. It comes down to clarity around education. We are not about avoiding carbs. We're not about only eating protein. All of our clients, everything that we do, you're eating regular food. You're not feeling deprived. You're not feeling restricted. You don't have to go all the way to the left and all the way to the right. All those people who are preaching all these things, please ask them to do a live with me. I can share my data with their data. They will say, well, people lose weight with keto. Well, people lose weight with diet-free life. People lose weight with paleo. People lose weight with diet-free life. People lose weight with this. Okay, every person they have that lost weight, we have someone that lost weight. But weight loss is not indicative of better health. Many of those people who are doing the extreme keto, they're coming back to carbs because they're starting to notice they're compromised. A lot of those people are coming to me for our detox drop because they're testing their uric acid levels and they're seeing that they're elevated and they're like, oh my God. And they're looking for a way to transition. Okay, I did my job. I shared. So for those of you who wanted me to do something like this, I did it. It's here. And the last point, and I'll say goodbye. Look at the last note on this slide. 23 physicians have lost over 100 pounds with the diet-free life methodology. One has lost 165 pounds and has kept it off well over 100, over 10 years. Physicians, if you know what I mean, doctors, board certified doctors, they came and they lost weight with the diet-free life. What else do you need to hear? I mean, if it looks like a duck and sounds like a duck, it's probably a duck. Like, we have the data. Why do you think that there's certain companies that were working with us and they continue to work with us? You cannot deny the truth. We've done the work. The due diligence is there. We have white papers. The science is clear. Now, if somebody wants to stay on metformin and they want to continue to be a type 2 diabetic and they want the problems of blood pressure, okay, keep doing that. Keep searching for the answer. But data doesn't lie. Our data is solid. Somebody would have to be, they literally would have to be crazy. And trust me, there's a lot of crazy people in the world. Some people just want to listen to their doctor no matter what proof you put in front of them, even though their doctors will embrace our truth. Any doctor who has seen our data, I've never had a doctor say no. They all go, wow, more people need to know about this. That is what I always get from them. I get nothing else. But individuals and people, the human being, man, we get in our own way. And it's just like there's a part of us that want to suffer and be sitting in the hospital. Maybe that's what we want. Maybe we want to be in the hospital so people can come and show their love and show how much support they have for you. Maybe that's what you want to do it for. I know people go to the post office because they like the attention they get. They live by themselves. And that's not a knock. That's just a reality. People like attention. They want to feel like people care. I get that. But at the same time, you don't want to be in pain. And if you could have lived and had better quality over the next 5 years compared to living in pain and then not making it 5 years, but maybe making it another year, why wait and why go through that when it could have been avoided? Does not make sense. Doesn't. So say what you want to say. Do what you're going to do. The truth is there. There is a truth now. There is a truth. So do me a favor and share this with other people. Sometimes people who are just only about selling supplements, they don't really care about learning how to use food to get healthy. They really don't, because they want you to rely on the fact that supplements is the only way that you're going to get healthier. Yeah, beware of those people. If they're pushing supplements and they're not talking about eating a certain way and being more active, I understand it's a business and we live in a world where it's all about capitalism, but I would run away from those kind of people, because a lot of those supplements are making you guys even worse. And if you're uninformed, you're listening to them and they're misinformed because they're managing the money. They want to make money. I'd rather make money. That's what they're thinking. I'd rather sell you a supplement. That's how you're going to lose the weight. Some of those people need to just shame on them. And I know I can say that because they're not listening this much to get what I'm saying. They're caught up in making money. They're going to show you, like, take this pill. Like, you see those people that post like holding the pill and my life is better because of this pill, or like I'm drinking this, or I got a spoonful of this. I mean, really? Shame on you. Those people like that, shame on you, because you are misrepresenting healthy living. You are sending people down the wrong path, and it's so sad because I end up talking to these people eventually. And you went after $1 and after a new customer, and you didn't want to like acknowledge the reality that nutrition education is king. In the words of Hippocrates, let thy food be thy medicine, and thy medicine be thy food. In the words from a biblical scripture, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And if you are sitting there ignorant and not informed, yes, you have a lack of knowledge. And that means someone who knows more than you, it's easy for them to misinform you, and then you will become prey, and you will actually buy into craziness, thinking you're getting healthier, only to eventually wake up. And hopefully you didn't go down the road too far that it sets you up where you can't reverse the problems that you created. That was good, man. I actually said that really well. So anyway, I'm Robert Ferguson. Thank you for listening. And again, there's no judgment here. We are here to help you. So if someone shared this video with you and you caught it, just reach out. I made a couple links available. You can also ask questions by going to dietfreelife.com. One more time, dietfreelife.com. Until the next one, I'm Robert Ferguson, and I share because I care.